Title: Homophobic parents made my life hell for 2 months, so I gave them a taste of their own medicine. Background. So back when I was 15, I had a father who we'll call Deadbeat Joe. Deadbeat Joe was the stereotypical deadbeat father, as he almost never contacted me of his own volition, and he resisted paying my mother child support whenever he could because he hated her as she left him and took his baby away from him, so he took it out on me, his words not mine. My mother, being the saint she was, never talked bad about him and tried to endorse a relationship between us throughout my entire childhood. I did love Deadbeat Joe and would often want to spend time with him, but to no avail because he was always busy getting his dick wet with some rather questionable women, so I was basically forgotten about by him until the few occasions when he realized he remembered that he did have an older son. Because of that, I was raised by my mother and my stepfather, who I call Dad. They really loved, and still do love me, and they worked their asses off to make sure that I was well cared and provided for. Unfortunately, me and my family had to move away to another state when I was 12, which meant that my parents ended up buying a house which we moved into. Now, something to mention: up to this point we were very poor and my parents ended up buying a house after getting a great deal for it. However, the house was and is very poor quality and my parents didn't know that, so we ended up basically getting scammed. My mother lost her job and over time we ended up becoming so poor that we ended up having to rely on food banks to supply us with the food necessary to survive. Luckily, or rather unluckily, Deadbeat Joe and his new wife, who will